It's the fight. Well, welcome, guys. We are back. We're hoping that the microphones are fixed. Let us know right away when you hear this if we are still robots. We can't hear this, unfortunately. It's on a 15-minute delay. We've done everything we can while keeping the stream running for you. If it still is the audio is off for you, please just mute us or do whatever is most comfortable for you. We will
None of them understand what we're saying because the audio will be off.
Well, you can still understand what we're saying. It's just got this really bad noise that is just terrible.
Oh dear. Well, we do apologize. If we are unable to fix it, we'll still bring you the video feed of the reset day action, and we'll try and fix everything between this show and the next show. So please bear with us. There's been some massive flooding in Germany, so Bogul's had to relocate to get internet to an hour away from his house. So obviously the whole setup's been moved, which is why we've got a few issues today. But in the meantime, having a few issues is the Uprising King. Bogul, Shozen, they're having a bit of a beatdown at the hands of Arch. They caught a couple of Arch race cars, and then they got turned on pretty hard.
Well, this is not just regular Arch. This has got some good Arch in it. We do have Seed here leading the fight. We also have Awful Company. So this is some of the best Arch you're going to face off against. Nemesis and Awful Company working together.
They're pretty handy. They've got a debuff, only a 42 here, which is fairly tame for Arch, with the 6th Alliance actually having the superior numbers, believe it or not, Shozen. Outnumbering Arch, but Arch comes surging down.
That's very rare here. And Arch looks like the aggressor and the one who seems to have a better control over their ZVZ forces here, as we've watched a couple of really good engagements by Arch here.
Yeah, there's no turn, no return as well. The 6 boys letting Arch get away with a full engage down the choke, no punish whatsoever, and they just don't seem to have the coordination to fight this. They're not working as a unit, and here we see a massive clump. That's a nice enigmatic coming down to help them, but these boys, there's no locust there. They did get a Judy down, but I think they're just out of here. In the meantime, 2 hideouts have gone live today that I believe we should be covering, as they are part of the ongoing quotation mark holy war, Shozen. I don't know if you just want to tell people what the holy war is, as they might be tuning in for the first time.
Yeah, we do have this ongoing war that's been going on for a season, and it's been going on since last season with a couple weeks left to go. We saw a coalition form of many different guilds and alliances, including the Steve Alliance, the Oops Alliance, which has a homeless crew in it. You have the All Alliance and a number of other small groups all banding together to take on PoE and its many PoE subgroups, including Squad and Lazy. That includes like people like Blue Army and whatnot. You also have the Nope Alliance joining alongside them. So it's 2 gigantic forces that comprise probably about 70% of the Outlands, I would say, as far as active guilds. And
I don't know. I think people over exaggerate that a little bit. I think there's still plenty going on outside of that.
It definitely like is your Arch. There are, but not.
I mean, what percentage is Arch
active?
Like,
I'm not
Arch
saying
is a massive percentage on its own.
But Arch isn't active in that real war. They kind of stick to their own areas. They don't really push for season points. They don't go out and take other people's objectives. They're not into empire building. They have their area and they stay there. But if you take the groups that are actively fighting for things in their own bits of territory beyond, Red Tree.
Yeah, fair.
You're looking at about 70. And you do have to exclude Arch from that to get that number, because if you add in Arch, well, that's half the people in the red zone.
Right now, then, to update the war, 5 minutes into the timer. Remember, the hideouts are only vulnerable for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, the towers are now capturable. The CIR Poe hideout has 55% squad swarming it right now and keeping it nice and safe and tidy, hoping to repair it up to 4 shields. In the meantime, Uplands, the June hideout, is getting the wacky treatment. But
Who's whacking it?
We've got Hammer and Sickle and Sun whacking the June hideout. But right now, 5 minutes in, they've only taken like 25% off of it. Like they're barely on track to take it down, and they kind of lack in hammers right now, Shozen. I think
Well,
maybe they
that's
got.
not good.
I think maybe they got a few more on it now, but like the problem is, right? If you're off pace, if you're not whacking like at a rate of knots, one solid counter engage that pulls you off for 3 minutes will be enough to save the hideout. You need to be above and beyond in terms of like getting the job done. And actually, the cluster queue starting to kick some people out, including some of the hammers. So I think we're going to see action very, very soon. We've got lots of Oops, Homeless Crew, Midnight Shadow, whoever they are. Apparently, they're with Homeless Crew now, part of their alliance. More guilds in this war is just what we need, isn't it, Shozen?
Yeah, it's just going to make it a lot easier to figure out who's fighting for who.
Okay, so the hammers are mounting and pulling off as it looks like a fight might take place.
There's still a fight going on over here with Mon JP. I'm very impressed by how long they've been fighting here, and they've really grouped very well against Arch. When it looked like they were going to get completely destroyed earlier as Arch kind of came in over the top of them, they've countered this, and now what I'm seeing is just bodies on the floor from Arch. Nemesis.
Yeah, so these guys, where do they respawn from though? The 6 guys, I don't see them with a hideout anywhere near. But yeah, as you said, it looks like the superior numbers have won the day, and they are riding forward and just trying to run down any stragglers. Oh, this man, I've seen it all, shows, and a 7-2-8-1 Brimmy set up, tier 4 horse.
Oh, we might have to go back over to Homeless Crew now. Lewpac, as it's Sun versus Homeless Crew on Africa now. Right now, it has engaged. We also have Scoia'tael as well on the field.
See what they did here, though, Shozen. I mean, they didn't even leave 5 hammers on the hideout, and that's what I don't like to see. You should always leave like 5, because the hammer DPS curves off after 4. Around 20 is the sweet spot, and extra ones do add more. But they don't, they don't add full value. But leaving 5 is still good to keep it ticking. Oh, Africa now went for the engage, but their entire Zerg got shut down on a choke by some nice Grail Seekers there from PoE2. If you see those guys on the low ground, they stopped that entire north flank. And Africa and the boys, they're gonna have to pull back here. And Africa's going to have to wait for the next go here for his turn. He really wanted in on that because they were clumped up something juicy, but credit to those Grail Seekers. They kept it alive. And actually, a few of the Clothies from Homeless get picked off on the way out. And those guys that were on the low ground, look at them wrapping around to the north now and coming in. Africa's going to have to turn on this, but I don't know what's left in the tank, honestly. I feel like they're about to just get run over by PoE2, Shozen. Unless they can come up with some magic. But we know this is Homeless Crew. We know these guys don't mess around. Magic. Yeah, they've definitely got that magic, haven't they?
ZVZ magic. They have done things that I've been just so impressed by, but they're on the back foot right now.
Right now, these Camlands are doing such a good job. Like, they're not all going at once, right? They're going one, wait for it, next one, next one. Here, okay, so Africa and his boys, they want to hit to the north, but it's another engage from PoE2.
Down the center. Look at that deletion in the center of Africa now and Homeless Crew's team there. Just completely decimated. Very good engagement by Scoia'tael. They may have sacrificed some lives in getting it, but
I like Homeless Crew just can't.
It's a massive number of Homeless Crew. Yeah.
And what's changed here since, last week this would have been a stomp for Homeless Crew, but right now PoE2 is actually split into 2 Zergs with 2 shot callers. So they've got that ability to both hold 2 fronts or give them the 1-2, soak up those engages. Now Africa looks for something on this choke, but they're just not getting deep, are they? They are getting completely shut down. Well, the problem is they just
got shut down and deleted there. They lost 5 or 6 on there, and they have another huge group of members who are down to their final bars, needing to get the reset.
They might have done enough to save this hideout.
To hold the hideout?
Oh, yeah, because of how slow it was.
9 minutes? Yeah, if they can just hold it for another 3 minutes of this engagement, for sure, this could put it past the point of no return. I think this would be a 10-minute hideout for these guys.
Oh, my goodness. Every time they look to turn, they just get stopped in their tracks.
Well, that was not stopped. Look at who got taken down there.
That was
that PoE group just went down. That could have been a whole entire group of 20. That was an impressive engagement from Oops here and Homeless Crew, and it looks like they've gotten some reinforcements from Midnight Shadow and Dax. Dark Pack groups that have an
Something,
impact.
something connected there. It must have been a big fat Brimmy or something,
A Dark
because
Fox.
all of
Okay.
those frontline tanks just got stopped by what I believe was a Grail Seeker. Couldn't really see under all of the spells. But something connected, as you said, onto that clump, and it just went bye-byes, didn't it?
Goodbye, guys. It looked like they forgot to put down their defensives. That's what it looked like. But we saw defensives down, so we know that it wasn't that. It just.
Oh, this is a nasty little
gonna
canyon.
Be a brutal
This is a
engagement
nasty
over
canyon.
The wall.
Africa's in his ice block, 900 HP. He should be fine as he gets back towards the healers. But it's a full wraparound right now, isn't it? Like these guys are just flooding. So Loxy and his Scoia'tael guys are all coming in one direction. Malays and the Sun guys are trying to come another direction, and they're just not letting Homeless Crew stabilize. But they've done a fantastic job of staying alive here. Like, I really feel like PoE2 may have toyed with it too long, not just like pulled the trigger on it. And here comes again another choke point catch. Some really good use of the Locust and defensives, though. Those heals are fantastic from Homeless Crew. The healer's making sure it gets where it needs to be. The return onto the choke. Tornadoes coming down as well. Look at those defensives. Both sides tanking up these chokes. Very little death on these choke point engages, Shozen. This is solid play all round.
Yeah, these guys are really impressive, this Homeless Crew. Like you said before, they were on the back foot, but they pull some great stuff out of nowhere. And they are very good at kiting and weaving. That's like their specialty. Getting through the bad battlefield, surrounded on all sides. This is a perfect engagement for them here. Are they going to be able to follow it up with some DPS? And they do. Look at Eclipse just go dark.
Got a Ravishing, and the guys to the south didn't take a chance on that choke point either. They're letting them away with it here, honestly, Shozen.
Want to see what's going on at that hideout. Do we have any?
I don't think anyone's hitting it right now. Everybody's involved in the fight.
I don't want to lose my POV and see what's going on, but I'm gonna have to go take a look at that hideout.
Homeless Crew going up onto the high ground
here. Quite the group on here, whacking away. This could be close. It's down to 57%. Now, finally, Homeless Crew gets in and clears them off. But these guys have been at it. They were definitely whacking at it. With 7 minutes and 30 seconds left, we're now up to 58% because with its
it regens
tier 3,
quick.
It regens very, very quick. And they have run these guys off once again away from this hideout.
There is still queues going on. They've regrouped to the north, so we're going to see another fight down here. That's a nice big clump for Africa, though. Finding the juice right there and doing the work. The return fire comes out, but it's all tanks up front, and they are soaking it nicely thanks to these enigmatics. Grail Seeker's deep, actually, and the return is coming out. But Africa's getting his boys out there. They're moving towards the next choke, and the follow-up's too slow. Like, they're really not fighting these turns effectively. Like, PoE2 is just simply being outclassed right now by Homeless Crew.
Like check the stream in 15 minutes. Sorry.
They're trying to wrap round, but
I'm in too.
Just these guys are wily. They just keep flipping. They keep rotating. They have moved away from the hideout, so I wonder if those hammers have come back on. There's Spinners. Africa now in an ice block. He's fine though.
Okay, you're back on. Let me go back over to Africa now.
The sound should come up in a minute or two. Can you have
a lot of people? A lot of people very low here as well. But
all right, I will be listening to see if our sound works again, guys. Do let us know as soon as you see or hear us. Let us know in chat, and we're gonna do what we can.
Reject Sanity have just arrived
nicely.
Oh, Hammer and Sickle are back on the hideout, by the way. Hammer and Sickle's little hammer squad, but they can't do it. They've only got 5 minutes, and it's at 59. They're barely keeping it at its current level. You know, they're just about countering the regen. PoEKR have arrived. Reject Sanity are about to hit the oops line. Impact have arrived, though. Where's the Reject Sanity main force? Have PoE2 got enough left to stay in this fight, though? That's what I want to know.
I mean, they've just been pushed off pretty hard, but it looks like we're going to see yet another engagement as it's K-Bread?
K-Bread, the PoEKR, the Koreans have arrived for some fun.
Well, we're still on Africa now right now, yeah. And watching from his perspective as he comes in and cleans up K-Bread. Just, these guys have been sharpened today. They are playing on top-tier performances. This is very impressive from Homeless Crew today. We thought they were going to get crushed earlier during this very same battle when they were completely surrounded by PoE and outnumbered, and yet they were able to not only navigate and keep themselves alive with fantastic kiting, but because this is their zone, they were able to regroup, get their guys back, and over time, win it.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing a brilliant job right now. There is the
Mics
Hammer
sound
squad,
good.
but it's not going to be enough. Here comes Reject Sanity on top of Africa. Africa's going to ice block early, so they DPS into the ice block. Africa with his resistance popped as well there to try and get out. Looks for the turn onto Reject Sanity. He loses a few of his group here, and this is what they needed to try and buy some space for these hammers. Africa losing a few guys, but again they're just going to go into kite mode. Hammer and sickle, little beam, and the problem is the fight now is walking towards the hideout, and that's not what they want. Oh, the PoE 2, there is still PoE 2. Reject Sanity are pushing from behind, and Africa knows this. Oh, that's a nice uphill, actually. That was a beautiful uphill from Reject Sanity. Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was. They caught a lot of homeless crew out here.
And Africa,
as soon as I give them
he wanted
praise,
to return. He wanted to return, but Reject Sanity, they just pulled off of that. That was nicely done from them.
They did a great job there. And now you got Hammer and Sickle and Sun coming back. They've got a number of guys coming in from the west, so this could be another go here.
See, there's miscommunication here, because Reject Sanity should be telling them that they're being forced into them. They're not attacking. And that should be the go signal for PoE 2. But PoE 2 hesitate there. Reject Sanity can hit massive to the southeast if they try. If they can catch these guys on the wall, this could be done and dusted, to be honest. And Reject Sanity, like, they kind of got to come in and clear up after some people did the chip damage. But Homeless Crew should not be ashamed with that fight. Whatever happens here, they survived for a long time. They kited for a long time. And I believe they've saved this hideout. I mean, unless there is an absolute ton of hammers in the backpacks of some of these guys, this hideout is fine now. And literally, Homeless Crew on their own have saved it. 50%,
they've done
2.5 minutes.
Job.
It's not doable. It's physically not doable now. Hammer and Sickle did the right thing. Hammer and Sickle did the right thing, staying on it.
Yep.
But they didn't leave enough hammers. Didn't leave enough hammers to get the job done. Homeless Crew are still alive, by the way. They are to the north. There's a Rhino. Somebody's rolled in on a Rhino for the Nope Alliance here. Nope's coming into the north, and this is, I don't know where everyone else is, but Homeless Crew have got to feel a little bit hung out to dry here.
Well, I gotta say that the guys from Uprising King, you know, the guys from 6 who we were watching earlier, are still off there fighting around. So fantastic job for them as well. Sorry we didn't get to cover as much of your action as we would have liked, but there was some prime location hideouts that we needed to watch.
Looks like, yeah, look, I mean, these guys are still going. It's one of those ones now where they can't just full clap Homeless Crew because there's so many different alliances on the field right now. So the good thing for Homeless Crew is if they see red, they could just dump on it.
Right.
Like they know that they could just hit it. But honestly, if you get all of Homeless Crew in a massive clump, you just fire everything and you just accept that there'll be some friendly fire.
Some losses.
Yeah,
you've been learning well from Syndic. You've been learning well.
Well, you got to accept some collateral damage to get the job done sometimes. Africa trying to kite through
like a real protege.
And Hammer and Sickle now, yeah.
You're going to take over the rental empire as well?
Like a good slave, yeah.
But no, they've already won. I got to say, even if they lose this, some members at the end of this, they've already won. They saved their shield.
Yeah, job done, and it's back up to 4. In the meantime, I'm assuming everybody else rotated to the other hideout in approach, which hasn't lost a shield and is still vulnerable. But there was like a 55% squad.
Look over here at the corpses
looks like
around
somebody
it.
Went for it.
Yeah, there's some corpses around this one over here, this Russian Guild one. It's got quite a pile out here.
I'm trying to see the name. So that was the Russian Guild one. There's also in Dry Vein End the CIR one, which is now on 2 shields. So the CIR one got whacked. Homeless Crew managed to make the save onto the Outlands one. So I'm pretty sure the anti-PoE coalition will be pretty happy with the result today.
Yeah, what's going on with the other thing that we haven't paid attention to at all, which would be the invasion, where people are actually trying to take territories? Can we take a quick look at that and maybe even see if there's anybody who's up and around?
ninjaed anything. It's all looking
Grabbing some territories, yeah.
pretty pretty by the book. Everybody's claiming what would usually be their
I'll put you back on
areas.
camera for a bit.
There's a few random guilds who have grabbed bits and bobs here there. Is the audio okay, by the way, now? Do we seem to be...
the audio is good. We did have a success. Well done, Bogul. You
You're back on camera.
you're our hero.
Bogul's definitely stressing because of that, though. I'm telling you, there's nothing more stressful.
He did great.
Nothing more stressful than technical issues, and then to have them on a 15-minute delay as well, just to add to the fun. If you go to Stone Lake Fields, by the way, Surf 2, Slam Dunk. Oh no, I was going to say they're engaging in a bit of PvE.
I was going to say, let's watch some of the PvE and just maybe talk about it a little bit.
They just wiped the boss, but no one was there to murder them, so they'll be able to just pull back and reset.
I'm currently over in Dry Vein Riverbed, where the guys from PoE VZ are actually succeeding. How many different PoEs are there, Lewpac? Do you even know?
I don't know. I mean, it's 80% of the server. We decided, didn't we?
Well, I mean, between the coalition and the renters, it's a large chunk. But I wouldn't say PoE is 80%.
There's a guy down outside. Look at this riverbed. There's a guy down outside on a pest lizard with 6-1. Oh, he got up. He managed to get up though. That would have been a juicy little kill, honestly.
Oh, they had to be quick. They couldn't do it while they were.
TikTok is disbanded, hasn't it? Oh, Steve is here. Steve is here, but they get there too late. And Riverbed is taken, which means
well done by these guys in PoE VZ.
By the way,
Ultimo
check the hideout in Riverbed. Just check out the hideout in Riverbed. That is a excrement hits the fan staging hideout for if that card needs to be pulled during the war. That's why that hideout exists.
And the arch one?
Yeah, because obviously it's a long way from home for them, isn't it? So that is an important staging hideout. I believe that's the the ace in the hole. Would you call it, Shozen?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, that's it's definitely a hole card.
Yeah, there'll be some holes being. I don't even know where I'm going with that. I'm gonna stop that. Thought. I'm gonna stop that metaphor before it goes in the wrong direction. In the meantime, a guy from I think Crimson Imperium Newborn gets caught.
I have some action soon over here.
Now.
Oh, Syndic versus Menace. Okay, let's go check that out.
Looks like a fight in River Corpse Curve. We got the PoE guys versus Call. We got June on the field. Maiden BR. Squad is coming from behind. It's a bit of a messy fight right now. CIR taking some casualties, at least in Syndic's group. And some of these guys are so far off screen. Like, this is one of the worst things as a shot caller, where when people are more than a screen away from you, right, that are part of your Zerg, it's just like you don't have that fluid maneuverability that you want. Like, I really think these guys need to tighten up their movement, and they're just going to get clumped around that rock. But the Enigmatic, that was a Zerg saving Enigmatic, because these guys just need to kite. I believe Syndic's trying to kite south to create the space for Squad to come behind, but they're taking some casualties on the way down, and it's going to be a turn. They're going to look for this turn. That's Squad up there. They can't hit them.
they had to call that off really quick, and really good job calling it off. You saw Syndic and the boys just fall back very quickly. That was a good recognition, and June's going to pay for that. Because
at this point, you just sort of go, you just got to like pick the targets now.
Yeah, they're kind of getting taken out here. Well done by CIR. I mean, they're both getting pushed in the, down.
Yeah.
And it
but
could be
like you said, they kited to create the space.
Right. This could be an offensive push even still, as it looks like PoE is still pushing down along with some fake Vendetta guild. What is this, Bogul? I don't like seeing it.
Whoa. Fake Vendetta.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
owns real Vendetta.
Hang on though, right? If fake Syndic dies. Syndic dies,
down.
so go to Seprez at the top of the
Seprez.
Top of the party. He's Seprez. He's in Syndic's party. He has a bow, but we'll see if he gets any pickoffs right now. But like, if the fake Vendetta lasts more than 30 days, then do they become the official Vendetta? Because the official Vendetta like left Albion after about 30
No,
days.
we're here. We're still existing. We just don't ZVZ as much as we used to.
We don't play as much as we used to.
Hey, we play. We just won a 5v5 match the other day.
Wow, you'll be facing the dream team next. Does look like these boys pick up the loot then. The survivors of that from CIR got basically they got the lovely bit where all of the guys from June with 1 bar of health got pushed through CIR, and it was just easy pickings there. But northwest corner, it's the arrival of more PoE and Blue Army. Never mind.
Numbers are important in this game, I'll say that.
Dutch squad. Too much, so would you say? Like, I understand why numbers have to play a factor, because you don't want a single very high skill group dominating everything. But I'm still of the belief that there should be a ceiling to the point where numbers.
Well, that's the thing is, Lewpac, I agree with you.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Shozen. I have full boycotted Black Zone ZVZ. I haven't gone to a Black Zone ZVZ. I log on for bandits now. Bandits is where I'm at.
We have more fighting over on Warder Grip again, guys. I'm going to try to get you a...
Talking of Tree Gang, Warder's, I think Warder's one of my Tree Gang boys.
Yeah, well, he's a big fan.
He's a good lad. He's a good lad. And it looks like they're mammoth hunting right now. Big game hunting, or is the mammoth theirs? No. It's more. Has this fight been going on for an hour?
This has been going on for quite a while, and Warder Grip just messaged me and says, "Never mind, quite boring now." No, they've been fighting this entire time with little skirmishes here and there for about 40 minutes, and we caught 2 of them earlier. But this entire time, they've been fighting.
Wow.
I'm very impressed with
good for them. That's what you want on reset day. By the way, people using rage claws like they're nothing now. Like, I know they've come down in price, but it's still an expensive mount to be rocking. Looks like Arch. Everybody checking bodies. Trying to find some scraps of loot. I've come up with the idea now. I'm so sick of people checking bodies non-stop. Like, I wish the trash actually disappeared. I kind of wish the trash wasn't
there was no real stuff on the body anymore. The trash would just go away with the corpse. It
should just despawn, like, or it should just be an icon, not a clickable. Because
there's no use for it. So I don't know why. Like, you see it on the auction house even.
People buy it as well. If you list trash too cheap, someone will buy it, mate. I don't know why.
Too cheap.
If you list it like under the average, someone will buy it, like straight up. But, there is more fighting, by the way. Arch are
people collecting garbage? Is there a giant stockpile of garbage somewhere in Albion because somebody has the feeling that one day garbage will become useful, so they've stockpiled 4 billion pieces of like garbage?
I don't know, Shozen. Go to Hot Pickle right now. He's running towards the front of this. Oh no, they're OC! The OC timing on 6 and they're all naked. Oh no!
I hear it breaking everywhere.
They're gonna have to leave. Like, so many people lost weapons there. That was, look, all it's like the nudist colony on tour. Hot Pickle, he lost a chest piece but had looted one, it seemed, but
he's okay.
Warder Grip nearly went full naked. Okay, I think they're gonna do a little bit of trading and try and take this fight. Oh, but they're not gonna have time.
Here comes Awful Company.
They're not gonna have time because Natch is like, yo, I heard you were having a bit of trouble there, lads. Can we assist you with removing that gear?
Oh man.
Mikau with 2 W's. MIKOWW. He's on your screen. 8-3 Grove Keeper.
Nice.
Still think it should be renamed the Poglog, just saying, but you know.
Oh, over here on Warder Grip, the action is kind of following him to his death as he's completely left alone.
These guys are getting
Wrath of Dawn.
Arch race cars, mate. It's the Arch Formula 1 team right now.
Yeah,
in their race cars. Brum brum, Matty B, Lord Biggles,
yeah.
In my mum's car, brum brum. Oh, there's 3 race cars
Seed
now
as well. Like, I guess that's just what they lead in now. That's the shot callers.
They're quite fun, honestly. Somebody asked me what all the battle mounts were called on my Discord the other day, and I gave them entirely wrong answers.
Wrong names.
I'm like robot, stupid tree, race car, catapult thing. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't see it as many behemoths now, especially on reset day, because behemoths are a death trap. If you lose the fight,
Get caught, yeah.
If you lose the fight, you ain't getting away. Also,
It's
like
unfortunate.
a lot of shot callers are off mammoths now, and the mammoth is on someone else. I've noticed that because the shot callers want to be at the front quicker with that soul scythe build, and like honestly, because of the way you play shot caller, it's almost better to be on a soul scythe because you can open with the cyclone, set everything up. Whereas the mammoth, sure, you get the vision, but you then need your tanks to set up. You know, there's always going to be that delay between you calling and the tanks doing.
Mm-hmm. And Bogul is giving us the perspective of Seed as he races around on his car while I try to go find some more content. We're probably getting towards the end of this now.
We do want to wrap up at some point because we've got the 20v20 show coming, and we have to account for you guys setting up and the delay kicking in. So if we don't find any action, we will jump out of here. But listen, do not go anywhere. Twitch chat. There's a lot more Albion TV tonight. We've got 20v20s, we've got 5v5s, and we've got the NA reset all to come this evening right here on this channel. Robin will be here. I'll be back here. It's gonna be a fun evening. And is it next week the Dream Team is back?
Next week, I believe we're gonna try to figure it out. We might have to do some Hellgates. But I would love to bring back the Dream Team next week and just hit that 5v5 action.
Cargera quaking in his boots.
All right. But yeah, we have a full slate of action this week. We're going to be there on Monday this week, making up a show we lost last week due to the flood. So we will be there Monday through Saturday. It's going to be quite interesting. Gluttony says his alliances don't use voice over IP. They just use alliance chat.
They just use race cars and say chat to call.
Go this way.
Known.
Follow me.
It is known.
Oh,
must be like,
boy.
so Sandmount Ascent, the Red Tree Junior, that is the home of the 6 Alliance. And by 6, it means they've got 12 hideouts instead of 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Red Tree Junior. Oh, no. And Vita's making his own arch. That's the last thing we need.
Is Vita still about? I haven't seen him in ages.
Well, he's still about and doing things. I think he's a little less involved in some of the content than he was, but he's still out there, and the Fricks are still alive and well. And I have heard on pretty good authority, that they are in fact recruiting.
I hate you so much. Fricks are recruiting. Fricks are recruiting.
Hey, at least I'm not making you listen to the Fricks Days of Christmas. Or the 6 days of Fricksmas, or I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, we won't play that because it's nowhere near Christmas. But happy 4th anniversary, Albion Online. What a banger of a reset! What a banger of a reset to get us through it. And you know, it looks like the anti-Po coalition is making headway with these hideouts, but it is a long slog, Shozen.
Well, that's what you. Well, isn't that kind of what you want? If there's a giant empire in the game, don't think of them as something bad. Look at them as content. And you don't want to beat the Empire in a weekend. You want it to take a couple of seasons. The more time it takes to defeat them, the more content you get. Like, this is free content. This is what you've been begging for.
I think if you offered these guys to end it in a weekend, I think they'd choose the weekend.
Maybe.
I think they'd choose the weekend rather than another 3 months of grinding out
3
hideouts.
months, nothing. You're looking at 5 to 6 more months of this. It's
like I'm just looking around at how many like level 5 or 5 shield hideouts there is still to go, and it's just one at a time. But they are getting there. They're getting them down and they're getting the job done. Will they last? Will they last long enough to finish it off, Shozen? Find out next time on AlbionTV, I guess. So the show will continue in around 10 minutes when you're hearing this due to delay with the 20v20 show. Robin Hood and Shozen will be here with that. Then I'll be back after that for some 5v5 action. I believe correctly that it's 5, 6, 7 today. If Bogul can clarify, because then I won't be late thinking that it was a different one like last week. That was awkward. So yeah, that was EU Reset. Thank you to all the bangers taking part. Thank you as always to all of you guys for watching. Thank you to Shozen and Bogul for helping me out. tonight to bring you the action. And we'll see you very shortly for 20v20s here on Albion TV. Take care.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon. We're out.